Something came from Baltimore. 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 Something came from Baltimore.
Welcome to another edition to Jazz 101. I am your host, Tom Gauker. And as we start our second season, boy, has things changed. Jazz 101 is now called Something Came from Baltimore. And while we're going to chat about jazz music, we're going to talk about a lot of other music too. Our first music bear, Tony Banks, is an openly gay rapper, and he released his first full-length album in the spring of 2018. The album is titled Yes Homo. Music bear Tony Banks has worked the gay club circuit for years and has had a long string of success. Previous hits like Sex Tape and Let Me Do You have been big club hits. With Yes Homo, music bear Tony Banks is not content to play it safe and stay within the tight drawn lines of the gay positive artist. He is reaching for mainstream acceptance. Rap music has been dogged by continual misogyny and homophobic language, so Yes Homo will not be an easy sell. Also, music bear Tony Banks and a full roster of openly gay rappers and performers will be touring this spring at many historic black universities, as many it will accept them. HBUs historically has not embraced this type of diversity. Tonight, we'll be talking to Tony Banks about his music, his activism, along with his desire to push through the fourth wall and make gay rap mainstream. It is now time for Yes Homo. Thank you, music bear Tony Banks, for joining me tonight on Something Came from Baltimore.
Thanks so much, Thomas. I appreciate it.
What is your influences? Where are you pulling your biggest influences right now?
I'm an 80s baby. I'm never going to try to deny my age or my roots. So growing up with 90s hip hop, that was the part that changed my life, or musical influences. So as an entertainer, this is our LL Cool J. I'm not the kind of guy who just sits on stage with the microphone trying to act hard. No, I like to have dancing and moving and shaking. And, hip hop used to be fun. Now, I want to say rap is taking over. And this trap rap is even taking over even more. So no one's performing music live. No one's having a good time. It's all about the same subject matter of drugs, alcohol, and that gets kind of boring.
Yeah.
So, 90s music, 90s hip hop, particularly in R&B, was just everything. It was so eclectic. Everyone was doing something different. It was about love. It was about hate. It was about drugs. It was about having fun.
Album is called Yes Homo. Song we want to talk about is Cloud 9. Could you explain it before we play this to the audience? What's going on with this song?
So funny enough, Cloud 9 was never supposed to be a single track on my album. Or about 2 years ago, I had written a screenplay, but it was almost like a musical screenplay, musical movie. And this song was where the lead character meets his love interest. And they just had a conversation on the phone for the first time. And it was just an idea of me talking to my love interest for the first time and what could be. So this Cloud 9 is very much that situation. I just took it off that page and put it into a song, and it happened that way. It actually has my partner on it, on the record, which is special for me and him.
When you get that thing you want the most, but then your body goes comatose. Is this a dream, weird state, a reality? Vision blocking after me, is it like it just can't be? But then you wake it, it's a sunny day. No obstacles in your path, you clearly see the way. And at the end of the road, do you see a prize? 5, 10, thick thighs, 2, 10 wide eyes, standing with a smile so bright it's really blinding. Look, his body so damn tight, that you grinding from the bottom to the top, really outstanding. Sit up on Cloud 9, know when to land in. Man, the view is beautiful from up here. No worry in your heart, no fear. Let it all go and just bask in the light, looking up at the sky as the sun shines bright. Looking up at the sky as the sun shines bright. The day that I saw his face, had my mind full sprung, man. Thought to myself, pick your feet up and run, man. Never look back, man. Dodging like Pac-Man. But it just wasn't in the cards. Could we play the game 10, but we go hard. With hearts on our sleeves, hit the beat, boom, pop, to the beat, drop, but the beat just won't stop. Living in a world where dreams do come true. Knowing that the road chose is chosen by you. Ready to accept what the journey may end up. Never scared, jump into the whole boy, man up. Damn, this puppy love got me open. Put my pen to bed and start stroking. Let it all go in just for one night. Looking up at the sky as the stars shine bright.
You are a gay rapper, not a rapper who happens to be gay. Do you feel that that's a proper assessment to who you are?
Well, yeah, I've been gay for 36 years. I've been a rapper for like 10. So I can't, try to put one in front of the other in a way that doesn't make me seem, oh, I'm not trying to be a gay rapper. This rapper was gay. Like if I was, 20 and just found out I was gay a year ago, then maybe. But I've been gay way longer than I've been a rapper. So I have to make sure that I'm a gay rapper, not a rapper who happens to be gay. I'm in relationships. I've done things I've loved and lost, so I know exactly who I am. I'm just a gay male before anything. If I stop rapping, I'll still be a gay male. There's a voice out there that happens to be of a gay artist.
It's the whole conversation about the rap world and homosexuality. Maybe it's time to move on. What do you think about the homophobic language that was used in the past and still in the current?
So when you go back into like homosexuality and misogyny and gay rap, it's going to be a time. I tell everybody this conversation. There'll be a time when everyone who is from like the 80s and 90s and of hip hop is going to die off. We're going to die. And what you'll be left with are millennials.
Yes.
Millennials are appreciating of all people right now. Gay, straight, bi, trans, non-binary. They are appreciating everybody for their artistic ventures, their creativity, their talents. So when we all die off and the millennials are left, there'll be a whole different kind of hip hop. There'll be a whole different acceptance, a whole different world. You won't have the misogyny, you won't have the homophobia, because you won't have groups that grew up in that era of, bitch this and hoe that and suck my, it's not that kind of music anymore.
Yeah.
They're not making that kind of music anymore. They're making happy, love everybody music. So once that takes over in a decade or two or three, then you're going to have something totally different.
So we talked about the language and the vibe of rap music, and you basically said you're an 80s and 90s baby. Your basic take is that you're going in a different direction, and you feel that's going to really attract a certain person looking for that kind of sound.
That's one thing that kicks me in the ass. All these guys swear they get all these girls, but they are some of the most ugliest guys in the planet. Like, how you getting all these girls? Like, as a gay man, I can walk down the street and get lots of guys. I'm not. So when I say, hey, I'm getting, with a guy, 9 times out of 10, it's because it really happened.
Yeah.
All these straight guys, what kind of girls are you getting that is just gonna do you? That's the fakeness of hip hop, and that's of rap. Sorry, and that's why I don't appreciate. Hip hop is about being real about yourself, being authentic.
There's also, you are older. You're a little older than those kids. They look like kids to me. So you're a little older and with a lot more experience. I guess you're in the rap world with just maybe like a 7-8 years above them.
Yeah, but everyone had life experiences. Even if you're 12, you have life experiences. If you're 15, you have life experiences. It's just a different outtake on how you handle them.
Let's do another song called Static from Homo Yes. There's a line in this that I started to write down that I really, really like. I'd love you to say it for me. It says, going one, going two. Can you help me with that?
Going once, going twice, going, gone. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man was out of planet hourglass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's fantastic. And you know what? I want to remember that because I think I can say it. I've been in situations that I could do that too. What does that song mean to you? What was the motivation for this song? Anyone in particular that you want to share? You want to dish that this goes to?
It was about, okay, so the theory behind it was random as all hell. So I woke up in my sleep. I was sleeping and I had a freestyle going on my head. So when I started freestyling in my head, I woke up and started writing it down because something about it just stuck with me. So the song wasn't written all in one take. It was just a matter of finding the right words, finding some time to write and getting it down. And then I did the beat on a plane, traveling somewhere, and I made the two work together, and it was something special. But no, the song's not about anybody specifically. It's just a concept of when you're in a bad situation, knowing when it's time to get away. You know, we've all had times in our lives where we stayed in relationships way too long. But this one was definitely a drug-induced, like rock star lifestyle kind of thing, where the guy's doing drugs and doing pills and drinking, and you just watch him go down that rabbit hole, you know, basically, and he can't give himself away, but you have to figure out for yourself that I can't save you. You're not taking me down with you, though.
See, I was taking it as, you know, you're just not motivated enough for me. You know, I got my act together, and you seem to be dragging behind, and I'm doing the best I can to help you along the way, but you just don't seem interested. So
exactly,
I thought it was pretty.
That's all because of drugs, and alcohol, and you know, the abuses that people go through, and you just can't watch them take it anymore. You're like, hey, I can't watch you. You say you're gonna get help, and you're not getting help, and you know, I can't go with you on this road anymore.
So let's play Static.
Here we go.
Going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You used to fiend for my love, now you want static. Shut the arrow on my heart with a semi-automatic. You better down, drink, but you it's not a habit. Fall down the hole like Alice, no rabbit. Hope low to the death on high, motivation on no. As our worlds collide, you take it as a joke, but when a piece of my pie, hear the tick of the talk, of the time pass by. Time's turn, what you gonna do now? Stay joking out your ass, what's coming out your mouth? Treat your life like a test, better figure it out. Swear dance with the devil on a trip down south. Now you claiming all alone in this world, who's to blame? Ladder mic to the ladder where you're chasing that fame. Think you're playing by the rules, but playing the wrong game. Let's be pressed to the bottle on a midnight train. Going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't nobody got time for that. No, I going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't nobody got time for that. No, I ain't got time for that. Skin up pure white like you on a slaughter, but the dust of a shoulder like it's really not a problem. With the tight rope, slow trip, hit rock bottom. Running on my own, Batman, no Robin. Hands on the steering wheel, going top speed. Watch your life flash by as your soul starts to bleed from the lies, from the pain, from the hurt, from the greed. Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. How many picks do I give? Not one. Stop and take a second look at what you become. The real demon in the rear view. You can't outrun, but you keep it cold head to the barrel of a gun. About time that I start doing me. Once blind to the madness, but believe I see. Got my eyes wide open to my destiny. No more picking fruit from my giving tree. Going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't nobody got time for that. No, I going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't nobody got time for that. No, I ain't got time for that. Real talk, let the word seep in. Once a prisoner of love, now a prisoner within. Living life on the edge, can't see past your face. Blurred line at the start, not even in the race. If you really wanna try to blame me for all that, just remember who was there, who had your back. Take a minute, just focus on that. If you forget to replay this track. Going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Going once, going twice, going. Used to be you and me, now you all alone. I understand a man's gonna be a man, but a man without a plan, I'm a glass, no sand, and I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't nobody
You are listening to Something Came from Baltimore. I'm your host, Tom Gauker, and we are speaking with gay rapper, Music Bear Tony Banks. You got an album coming out in the spring, and you're focusing on the first leg of your tour at historic black colleges. And then, to me, this is considered like serious social activism. Why the black colleges, and what is the vision that you think that you want to incorporate in this leg of your tour?
I was recently watching Big Mama's House 2 or 3, where the main character is going to college and he's performing on college campuses, his own college campus.
The Sun, exactly,
right? So that's where the idea was like, if he can do that, why can't I? I had dabbled with the idea in the past about college performances, and it's a lot of colleges out there, so you have to narrow it down to your fan base or who you want to reach. And knowing the history behind historically black colleges and the homophobia in the black community in general, it was a no-brainer that I would do HBCUs to reach out to those communities that are undervoiced or unvoiced in their communities. I started researching about HBCU queer and gay, lesbian social groups, and the idea of it. There's only 21 groups out of all of the HBCUs in the country. Only 21 LGBT focused social groups or committees or clubs out of all these schools. That lets you know right there that this has to be spoken on and spoken up, because there are plenty of kids in college right now who are soon to be adults in the real world, and they have to figure out that not everybody is going to accept you for who you are. But college should not be that place. College should be accepting of all people, all races, all genders, all religions, all backgrounds. I think it's really important for me as a black gay man to let them know that there are people out here when you come out of college who are supporting you, who you can go to, you can reach out to, and have your voice be heard. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get about 4 or 5 different artists, LGBT artists, to come with me. And we're going to just attack all these towns.
Yeah.
We're trying to do about a week and a half tour from New York all the way down to North Carolina, maybe Atlanta. And then, just keep doing shows day after day, reach out to groups, reach out to organizations, do some activism for people of color or queer people of color or things like that nature, do spoken words, do picnics, and, anything that we can show our support to. Any groups out there who are QPOC, who need a little help or want a little boost or something like that, a little entertainment, we'll reach out to them for sure and see what we can do. But it's really important to me that this happens.
I actually think this is a fantastic idea. I think time has come. I believe you'll be embraced, and I like the fact that you're bringing an army with you. You could easily stay in your lane and work the clubs. When did you decide that maybe this is the way I want to do the tour?
It was just something needs to happen. It was a market that I know that we couldn't really attack and get embraced from. I've recently been doing a lot of LGBTQ events in Brooklyn. Queer Abstract is a spot in Brooklyn that celebrates all kinds of people. I have some friends in mine, Brooklyn Wildlife, who accept all kinds of people. So I know the vibe is right for certain people, certain crowds, certain organizations. I've done enough pride organizations in New York and beyond to know that there needs to be more QPOC representation overall in music. And there's not been a tour that I've known of that's been like this ever.
No.
So it's really in groundbreaking in some ways to let people know that there are queer artists out there who are not just on the radio.
Now, there is another song we want to talk about. It's called Run.
Yeah, it's like self-destruction, a classic fight the power kind of song. Even those songs had a dancey tribe to them. They weren't just, static, just sit there and take it kind of song. They were get up, move your body, move your feet kind of songs. So that was the inspiration behind it.
can't turn the other cheek cause the shit went numb. They wanna see us hung, no breath in the lung, no longer a noose, so they picking up the gun. Go to sleep, wake up to the sun. No repercussions and it ain't no fun. See them blue and red lights, better run for us, run. Who the lesser of the evils? Hillary or Trump? Debating like kids in school eating lunch. It's like a joke. Why should I vote? We not included in America's code. Take everything from us. We can't be consoled, and it ain't gonna stop till we can't be controlled. We need more innovative leaders on the pole, cause we keep striking out like we know how to bowl. Yeah, the beat jamming and I got a sick flow, but I hope you comprehend all the words that I spoke. Better run for us.
Better run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the street and they already on the hunt. Run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the block pulling trigger just for fun. There's a war going on outside, no matter safe from. When your skin tone, talking through where they from. Cause they point in the shoot and then another penalty, press conference. We're not the enemy. They used to beat you till you black and blue. Now blue shoot black in the back. If you black, it's a rap. But it's not just us dividing anybody. Put a hole in one, their new favorite hobby. But enough is enough, time to stand up. No, putting hands up, put the ass in handcuffs. Criminal mind to criminal time. Trying to get that breath shine when you fucking with mine. There's a problem. West Coast deep south to Harlem. Boys keep stalking, politicians talking. We still walking, watching for a wreck. But tell me how many of us gotta die tonight, yo. You better run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the street and they already on the hunt. Run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the block pulling trigger just for fun.
Like sticks, like shoes, like nights, like lies. Ending all in one night. You hear the gunshots, who shot Forrest? You better run for it and don't look back. Set 'em up for the kill, let 'em sell hearted pills. Put their ass in the cell for 10 years. No freedom on land, no fun, no sun, no power, no guns. What power they win? You better run, boy, run. You better run, go run. You better run, child, run before the boys in blue get you rid of smoking gun. Squeeze the trigger on them colored niggas. Feed them hate, feed them drugs.
Better run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the street and they already on the hunt. Run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the block pulling trigger just for fun. Better run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the street and they already on the hunt. Run for us, run. Run for us, run. Run for us, run, cause the boys on the block pulling trigger just for fun.
Melissa Etheridge had Yes I Am, and I just said, you know, I'm finishing up my questions. I'm like, yes, homo. Is this where this is coming from? Why the title?
No, Yes Homo is the follow to No Homo,
Okay.
where so many people, you know, always are. The trend is to say pause or No Homo, and one of the title tracks on my album is called Yes Homo.
Okay.
And it's a song basically about the history of hip hop, pre-hip hop even. If you ever watched the show Get Out, the Get Down, the Get
Yes.
Down, they showed you a little piece of the early 70s where hip hop and gays connected and passed, intertwined even. And that piece is nothing new. There's a history before that, you know, where the clubs, the idea of the club, the party club came from gays.
Yeah.
The two turntables, gate was a gay thing. The sound system was a gay thing. The mixer was a gay thing. All these things were created for or by gays. Nothing was created for hip hop. Hip hop took the elements that were available to create these things. You know, if it wasn't for a gay person, DJ Kool Herc would not have two turntables to mix with,
Sure.
or a mixer to mix with, or records to play. So all the gay history behind hip hop has to be appreciated. So you saying No Homo when you should be saying yes, homo, because without the gay dollar, even hip hop would have not succeeded to where it is now. Back in the day when hip hop was being birthed, it was going down to the downtown clubs where white people were and where the gays were and where people who had money. Black people weren't buying records at that time. The white people were buying records at that time. The gays were buying records at that time. The DJ pool was run by gays. So stuff you heard on the radio came to the gay gatekeepers. So gays and hip hop has always been like so connected that when you say no homo or this or fag or blah 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 records, it's like slapping your own self in the face, because without gays, there will be no hip hop to where we know it as today. Zero. There's no chance.
Yeah, that's a great way of saying it. That's awesome. I never thought of it that way, and I believe you're 100% correct.
And it's sad that people don't know the history behind it. They think it just happened and then it grew from that one party. No, there was a whole decade before it that happened with gays being persecuted and beaten by cops for just wanting to be themselves and party together and have a good time. So, there's definitely a history behind it that the gays have stronghold the whole idea of hip hop and the club and performances before they, even thought about it. Like the gays birthed the fashion sense of these gay rappers. Like, for instance, come on, like without gays, there'd be no fashion in hip hop at all.
Yeah, that's correct.
There would be none.
Yeah.
There'd be zero. From the shiny suits to the jeans they're wearing today. Like, it's all gay. It's all gay.
Well, that's a secret, along with the hairstyles.
Exactly. Like, come on. If it wasn't for gays, where would you guys be? Be horrible. So stop saying no homo. Say yes, homo.
Thank you, Music Bear Tony Banks, for joining me tonight on Something Came from Baltimore. The album is called Yes Homo, and it's coming out in the spring of 2018 from rapper Tony Banks.
Thank you so much. And all your family and followers can find me at musicbearonline.com. That's musicbearonline.com.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Something came from Baltimore. 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 Something came from Baltimore.